It has happened again. It has happened again, oh. Niger no dey carry last. In a busy city in Nigeria, there was a cheerful student named Chioma. Chioma was studying at Lagos State University, a place where students worked hard to learn and prepare for their future. She was doing her best to get good grades and make her dreams come true. Chioma's days were pretty typical. She went to classes, studied, and tried to manage her money wisely. She was lucky because she received a small amount of financial aid from the school to help with her food and other essentials. It wasn't a lot, but she made it work. She was careful with her spending and always managed to get by. So this Nigerian student from Lagos State University wakes up one day and she's suddenly rich. She just found $950,000 in her bank account that she didn't put there. So what is she going to do with it now? The woman we just call her Chioma and Goldstein is in college, trying to get a degree, and she's fortunate enough to receive financial aid for like food and essentials, and it's not very much, but she makes it work. But one day all that changes cause Chioma wakes up in the morning and checks her student bank account to see if her financial aid has hit the account, and that is when bam, she sees that her balance is 1,524,788,564.80 Nigerian nairas, which is about $950,000. See, Chioma gets a monthly allowance from the school and she's supposed to get 50,000 nairas, but that's not what she gets. She gets 1 billion plus, which is an obvious accounting error. Now the currency's in nairas, but from this point on I'm just going to convert everything to US dollars cause that's just easier for me. So Chioma looks at the $950,000 in her account and she thinks, not that, oh, this must be a clerical mistake. I should probably contact someone at the financial aid office and get this all sorted out. No, instead she thinks, wow, this must be free money. Whatever am I going to buy first? And of course that's when she starts spending it. Now here's where it gets tricky, because it's government aid and you can't really spend it like real money. It's basically like a food voucher that they put on a student card, so she has to go and find like a shop and work out some kind of shady back alley deal to exchange the student card for cash somehow. But whatever she does it, and she figures it out, and she exchanges the student card for some cash and she starts spending it on herself. She gets herself a fancy new Peruvian weave. She buys herself expensive clothes, host party with friends. She buys herself the latest iPhone. Of course, she takes a luxury trip to see a big horse race in Durban, visit her celebrity fans and Genevieve, Tiwa, Mark Angel and Davido. Oh, but it doesn't stop there, because she goes and throws these crazy parties for herself and for her friends, with DJs and top-shelf alcohol and everybody showing up. She throws an expensive party for her cousin's birthday, and she throws an expensive baby shower for her friend at a champagne bar. So she's not just spending this money on herself, she's hooking her friends up too, and not just by throwing them parties. She buys her friends a bunch of new clothes and gets them the latest iPhones, and she and her crew are all walking around campus like they're straight up Beyonce. So the cash is flowing and Chioma has this big Cinderella glow up, and she's finally living the baller lifestyle that she's always wanted, all because she somehow woke up with all this free financial aid in her bank account. And to make this situation even funnier, at the university Chioma just happens to be studying Computer Science until 5.5 months go by and Chioma is still living large with all this money in her student bank account, and she is not hiding it on average. She's spending around $500 a day on just dumb, but then she screws it all up because one day she goes shopping at the local grocery store and she buys some food with her student card like she normally would, and she leaves the store, and I guess she forgets to take the receipt with her, and that receipt shows the balance of her student financial aid account, a balance that now $900,000. Then later someone at the grocery store, we don't know who this person, finds the receipt and they look at it like, damn, how's this student have $900,000 in their student bank account, because they know it's money that they are supposed to be using for food and books and stuff. $900,000, that's a lot of food and books. And so this person takes a picture of this receipt and they post it on social media, and soon this post blows up, and if that isn't bad enough, the receipt has Chioma's name printed right on it. So the students at this university, they're looking at this viral picture and they are looking at Chioma walking around campus with a brand new iPhone and a brand new Peruvian weave, and they start putting 2 and 2 together, and they start wondering if she's pulling some kind of financial aid scheme, and at least one of those students reports all of this to the university, and the university investigates it and they report it to the police, and then soon enough bam, police arrest Chioma, and I don't have a mugshot of her, but here's how she looks in real life, and they end up charging her with theft and fraud, which seems a little harsh, but she goes to court. She's found guilty and she's sentenced to 10 years in prison, but luckily she appeals the ruling and the sentence is ultimately suspended, but she's also ordered to do community service and attend counseling, and for some reason she doesn't have to pay back the $50,000 that she spent. So hell yeah, free money. Shout out to Nigeria is all tales.